The diner's fluorescent lights buzzed like a dying insect. Ahmed Khan sat alone in the corner booth, the vinyl seat cracked and sticky beneath his jeans, staring at the crumpled $50 bill he'd smoothed flat against the Formica. $50. That was everything left after rent, after the electric bill, after the pharmacy run for Ayesha's inhaler. Across from him, 7-year-old Ayesha colored a paper placemat with the stub of a crayon she'd found on the floor. Her tongue poked from the corner of her mouth in concentration. "Daddy, can we get the chocolate cake tonight?" she whispered, eyes bright as the neon open sign. Ahmed's throat closed. He could already taste the lie forming. Not tonight, beta. But soon. Outside the plate glass window, Karachi's night traffic roared past, motorbikes weaving, rickshaws coughing blue smoke, a city that never paused to notice a man counting coins in a diner booth. Ahmed's phone buzzed. A text from the factory foreman. "Overtime cancelled this week. Sorry, Khan." He closed his eyes. The $50 suddenly felt heavier than the steel beams he lifted every dawn. That was when the bell above the door jingled, and the air changed. Not cooler, just different. A man stepped inside wearing a charcoal suit that cost more than Ahmed's annual salary. He moved like someone used to doors opening before he reached them, yet he paused, scanning the room with the caution of a tourist in unfamiliar territory. His gaze landed on Ayesha's crayon masterpiece, a lopsided house with a yellow sun and two stick figures holding hands. He smiled, small, private, almost shy. Ahmed recognized him instantly. Everyone in Pakistan did. Bilal Malik, 38, CEO of Horizon Tech, the boy from Lyre who'd built an empire on solar panels and stubborn hope. Forbes had called him the Sun King. Twitter called him ruthless. Ahmed called him the reason his own factory job still existed. Horizon had saved the steel mill from bankruptcy 2 years ago. Bilal slid into the booth opposite them without asking. Ayesha looked up, crayon frozen mid-stroke. "Assalamu alaikum," Bilal said softly. "Walaikum assalam," Ahmed replied, voice rough. Ayesha tugged Ahmed's sleeve. "Daddy, he's the man from the big billboard by the bridge." Bilal's laugh was low, surprised. "Guilty." He nodded at the $50 bill. "Planning a feast." Ahmed's cheeks burned. "Trying." The waitress, a tired auntie with a name tag that read Shireen, appeared. Bilal didn't open the menu. "Whatever they want." "And the chocolate cake, 2 slices." Ahmed opened his mouth to protest. Bilal lifted a hand. "Please. Let me." The food arrived in waves. Chicken karahi steaming in clay pots, Sikh kebabs glistening, butter naan folded like warm blankets. Ayesha's eyes went saucer-wide. Ahmed watched her tear into the cake, chocolate smearing her grin, and something inside his chest cracked open. He hadn't seen her eat like this since her mother's funeral 8 months ago. Bilal ate slowly, asking gentle questions. How old was Ayesha? 7.5. Favorite subject? Art. Did she like the new solar lights along the highway? Yes, they made the night less scary. Ahmed answered in monosyllables, shame and gratitude wrestling in his gut. Then Bilal asked the question that changed everything. What would you do with $50 if money weren't the problem? Ahmed blinked. I'd take her to the beach. Just once. She's never seen the Arabian Sea at night. Ayesha piped up. Daddy says the waves sound like giants snoring. Bilal's eyes softened. Giants, huh? He paid the bill. Ahmed never saw the total, and stood. Thank you, Ahmed managed. Bilal paused at the door. Clifton Beach. Tomorrow. 7 p.m. bring her. Ahmed laughed, a crack sound. With what car? Bilal's smile was enigmatic. Details. The next evening, a black Land Cruiser idled outside their one-room flat in Karachi. The driver wore a crisp shalwar kameez and held a sign. Khan Family, Beach Express. Ayesha squealed, barefoot in her best frock. Ahmed's hand shook as he locked the door. Clifton Beach at dusk was a carnival of light and salt. Kites soared like bright birds. Camel riders hawked selfies. A private cabana waited, draped in fairy lights, a table set for 3. Bilal stood barefoot in the sand, sleeves rolled high, laughing with a vendor over a plate of golaganda. He waved them over. They ate crab curry under the stars. Ayesha chased waves until her dress clung wet and happy. Ahmed's chest ached with a joy so sharp it felt like grief. Later, Bilal built a lopsided sandcastle with Ayesha while Ahmed watched from the cabana, throat thick. When the moon hung full and silver, Bilal sat beside him. "I lost my daughter," he said quietly. Ahmed froze. "Leukemia. 5 years ago. She was 6. The wind carried the confession out to sea. "I see her in every kid who smiles like the world still owes them something." Ahmed's voice cracked. "I'm sorry." Bilal shrugged, eyes on Ayesha's silhouette against the waves. "I have money. I have buildings with my name on them. But I can't buy one more bedtime story. So I try to buy moments for other fathers instead." He reached into his pocket and pressed something into Ahmed's hand, a brass key attached to a tiny solar lantern. "Factory housing colony, Block C. 2 bedrooms. Paid off. Yours." Ahmed stared, speechless. "There's a trust for Ayesha School. Art supplies included." Tears blurred the lantern's glow. "Why me?" Ahmed whispered. Bilal's smile was sad and fierce. "Because you looked at that $50 like it was a kingdom. And you were ready to give your princess the world with it." The drive home was quiet. Ayesha slept against Ahmed's chest, sand in her hair, chocolate still on her breath. The new flat smelled of fresh paint and possibility. On the kitchen counter sat a framed photo, the 3 of them at the beach, Ayesha mid-laugh, Bilal's arm slung casually around Ahmed's shoulders like old friends. Beneath it, a note in Bilal's handwriting. "For every father who counts coins and still dreams of oceans. B." Weeks later, Ahmed stood on the factory floor, promoted to supervisor, wages tripled. Ayesha's laughter echoed from the courtyard where she painted murals on the colony walls, sunflowers, giants, snoring waves. And every Friday, a black Land Cruiser pulled up. Bilal never stayed long. Just long enough to kick a football, eat a slice of Ayesha's lopsided cake, remind Ahmed that some debts could never be repaid, only passed forward. One evening, Ahmed found Bilal on the rooftop, staring at the city lights. "I started a fund," Ahmed said. $50 at a time. 4 single parents at the factory. Bilal's grin was sunrise bright. "That's how empires begin." The $50 bill? Ahmed never spent it. He framed it beside the beach photo, a reminder that sometimes the smallest currency buys the biggest miracles. And on the nights when doubt crept in, he'd switch on the little solar lantern. Its glow painted the walls gold, whispering the same truth Bilal had lived by. Love doesn't need a fortune. It just needs a father willing to spend his last coin on a chocolate cake and a promise of the sea.